Yo, what is going on, everyone in the crypto space? Before we get into today's topic, I do want to say that MoneyTap, I'm thinking that it actually might be live. Haven't had time to dive into the article that Yoshitaka Kitao tweeted out because I was at dinner with some family. It's kind of rude to be on the phone. I was only on for a split second. But go check Twitter, go check Reddit. You'll probably see it after like a couple seconds of searching. So make sure go check that out because I think what I read from the translation of the Japanese title, it does sound like they are like live or live soon. So make sure go check that out after this video is done. Now, guys, what I want to talk about today, pretty obvious by the title, it's 589. This is not a price prediction video. I am acknowledging what people in the community are expecting from XRP. I first off want to say, if you are 100%, you are expecting and you are believing it, you got faith in Bearable Guy, you really do think it's going to hit $589 by the end of the year, I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on you. I just think you might want to change your expectations a bit. Because I don't blame you guys. I don't blame the people who believe in 589 for what they believe in. Because cryptocurrency has the wild swings. It has the big gains. Verge something like 1.5 million% since it came out. I mean, Ripple, XRP, 38,000% in 2017. Crazy gains across the board. So I don't blame you guys for thinking this, like, for really believing this can happen. Because, I mean, I think it's possible. It can happen. Cryptocurrency does this kind of just completely irrational. Whatever reason, it goes up just a ton. That's really the power of cryptocurrency and why there's so much interest in it is because of these wild swings that it has time to time. Now, the point I'm trying to make, guys, is that to the people who believe in 589, again, yeah, I'm not hating on you. You know, we're like CKJ says, you're my Ripple brother. Like, we're both invested in the same currency. We got the same vision, and we have the same interest. It's XRP. We know why. I can go on for hours and hours why we think it's such a great investment. Why it'll go up. But guys, the point I'm trying to make is that if you are expecting such a high level by the end of the year, and it doesn't happen, we're gonna run into a problem. A good amount of the community, I do think, genuinely believes that 589 is going to happen this year. I remember someone on Twitter put out a poll and it was like 27% voted that they think it's going to hit 509 this year. Now that is a big part, that is a big portion of the community. And I don't want to see that 27% of the community have massive disappointment when we hit end of year and it's not anywhere near $589. I don't know what's going to happen end of year, but yeah, I'm not really expecting it to go triple digits in just 4 months, the network being live. So my point is, guys, if you do believe in 589, you got to think to yourself, sure, this can happen. It is possible. But we do not know over the next couple of months what's going to be announced, what quarter is going to be live, what kind of volume is going to be coming in, what's the kind of sentiment of the cryptocurrency market, what's the sentiment of the kind of global economy. There's a lot of factors that come into play. Now, here's my kind of point, guys. It's like, yeah, that can happen. Now, 589, I'll say it, it can happen. Cryptocurrency will do crazy stuff like that. That's why we're so fascinated. But if right now you're expecting that to happen, and there's really, personally, I'd say it's unlikely to happen. The problem is if you have such high expectations, and let's say it's like $6 end of year, you're gonna be pretty disappointed. You might start doubting your investment. It might spread fear in the community because everyone's going, "Hey, why aren't we rich? I thought we were hitting 589 this year." My really point is being, guys, do not expect this. Do not, honestly, my advice, just do not expect it. I have experienced firsthand the benefits of low expectations and the huge downside of big expectations. Let me give you an example. I'm telling you guys, you got to limit your expectations. It's much better that way. For your whole, I mean, for the psychological factor, keeping your expectations low has so many benefits. Sure, 509 can happen, but would you rather not expect it and have it like almost happen, or expect it and we don't even get close to it? If you know what I mean. Because, guys, the 589, it doesn't have much of a shelf life left. We've got like 90, like hot 80 something, 90 something days left till the end of the year, and I don't necessarily think it's likely that a swing like that will happen depending on what actually goes on. Let me give you a perfect example. Not this year's swell. This year's swell was freaking amazing. But last year's swell, 2017, the whole community, I mean the entire community, was expecting a huge announcement out of swell. Me, myself, personally, I was new to the game. I was expecting so much from this swell event because Brad was talking about letting the cat out of the bag. If you guys remember from a year ago, Ripple did like the 3-2-1 thing. We're going, oh my god, 3-2-1, big announcement. And then Ripple went up about to almost 30 cents. And then once the conference was over, nothing was announced. We were all disappointed. And the price dropped something like 50%. It was bad. Because I went in expecting something huge and a big price action. And all of a sudden we drop. And I'm left sitting here saying like, wow, should I sell my XRP? But after a long talk with some members on the XRP chat, I did not end up selling my XRP. And then this is what happened. A couple days before Swell rolls around, and I make the video. Hey, guys, I know an XRapid announcement at Swell, you know, it can happen. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but do not expect an XRapid announcement. So me personally, I went into Swell, or didn't go to the, I wish I went to the event, but when we went into the time period of Swell going on, I went in going, okay, you know what? I don't think an XRapid announcement's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen, but you know, if it does, cool. We go in, I'm not expecting XRapid to be announced, and XRapid gets announced in the first couple of hours of Swell, and I am freaking out. You know why? Because my expectations were so low that when something great actually happened, I was like really shocked and impressed. So it's really a matter of, do you want to be shocked or do you want to be massively disappointed? Because that's what happens when you create such high expectations. Guys, for those of you that believe in 589, I am not saying we can't hit 589 this year. Cryptocurrency will do some stuff like that. I personally think it's unlikely, but our opinions differ. And I respect that. But the problem is if we are, as a community, if we are expecting this, like we are expecting in the next 90 days, a huge, almost like 1 million% move. I think it's like 1.5 something million% move from now to 589. If we're expecting that big move, and we only end off the year a couple bucks, maybe over $10, we're going to have a lot of the community disappointed, and that's a big problem. We cannot let that happen. So guys, basically what I'm trying to tell you is 589. It can happen. It's possible. Anything is really possible. We don't know what's going to happen. But it's a much better idea to keep your expectations low, so if we don't have that gigantic swing, and we maybe get to $5 to $10, you're still pretty stoked because, hey, I wasn't really expecting too much, and we actually hit $10. Now my bags are worth 20 times what they used to be worth. And that's a much better mindset to go in. If we're going in having these just gigantic expectations, like freaking way up there, 589, and it doesn't happen, we are going to have a lot of the community disappointed. So my message to the people who believe in 589, you 100% you think it's going to happen this year. Take a step back and go, I don't know what's going to happen for 100%. I do know what I'm invested in is a great technology, a great use case, and is working with some gigantic banks with a lot of potential volume. But, you know, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I'm not going to expect too much. Maybe, you know, I'm thinking we'll hit maybe $5 to $10 in a year. That seems like a reasonable amount. Now, what happens is if you change your mindset to think back to where, you know, you're not expecting nothing, like See-Through Nick, who practically expects nothing. But if you're expecting just kind of like a little bit, and then it ends up going to $20, now you're going to be going, wow, I expected $5 and we hit 20. I am so stoked about this year. Now imagine you're expecting $589 and we hit 20. You're going to be going, what the heck? We were going to hit $600. You guys see the point I'm trying to get at. It's just, it can happen, guys. Like, my message is just, it can happen. But if you go in expecting such a high expectation, it might not work out as well as if you expect not too much. Again, guys, final kind of point I want to make. Those price levels, me personally, if you want to know my honest kind of thoughts, $589, me personally, I think like 5 to 10 years down the road, that is very well possible. That's my expectation. I'm kind of limiting my expectations to where I'm not expecting those price levels until it's like I'm about 25 years old. That's way in the future. Because with banking, it's going to take, although it can happen quite quickly, it's still, for some institutions, it might take a little bit longer than expected. We might run into some regulatory issues. There's anything that can happen to where we're not just going like that to the massive lengths of price. So I'm kind of babbling quite a bit. I'm just going to end it off by saying this. I'm just telling you guys, my personal opinion, I think it's unlikely we're going to hit this level. And if you go in absolutely expecting this and preaching to other people that you really expect this and they start expecting this, and now we have a good portion of the community expecting this price level, going in expecting 100% believing this is going to happen, and it doesn't happen, that can seriously do some emotional damage to the community. So my advice to you guys, if you believe in 589, kind of step back, think things through, go, you know what, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Sure, it can hit a couple $100, but maybe a little bit down in the road, because you never know what can happen. But if we go in expecting these high price levels, you are bound to run into some disappointment. I've experienced it myself, and it is much, much better to have limited expectations and be impressed. Like X-Rapid going live this year, when I was on stream, I was not faking that reaction. When I read the words X-Rapid is confirmed, I'm like, it's commercially available, I went, oh my, it's actually happening. It's happening. So again, guys, if we go in expecting these if we go in with high expectations, it's just bound for disappointment. So again, my advice to you, I mean, you don't even have to take my advice, but I think it's a much smarter idea to take a step back and go, you know what? I'm in this for the long haul. It's a great technology, has great potential. I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to see what it's going to do. Rather than it's hitting $600 this year. Because I'm telling you guys, you are bound to be disappointed. And if you want to drop a dislike on this video and go, you know what, Alex, no, screw you, it's hitting $600, that is fine. But we'll regroup in 90 days and we'll see what the price is at. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Remember, I mean, I'm just kind of trying to preach the message of if you limit your expectations, you are much, much less likely to be disappointed. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one.